We were just thrown the biggest curveball by the executioner and her way of life. We were led to believe that the story was going to be following Mitsuki when he travels from a different world into a fantasy world such as every other Isekai anime is. Yet this was not the case at all. As soon as you get into the story, it's like, okay, this is cool. We're going to see his story. We're going to see his growth. We're going to see what he can accomplish. But as the story continues on, it's like, oh, he's not actually the main character. He's just a side character and a pawn in the overall grand scheme that Miyuno is going to be controlling and showing her power and her incredible talent with her story and how she's going to be changing the world. And it was something that I kind of enjoyed. I liked this whole aspect that they brought to the table. It's like, you don't have to expect life to be one way because it's always going to become different. So what I'm trying to say is, just because you have a vision on how you expect your life to go, just because you have a vision on how you think the story is going to behave, or your life in general, that's not always the case. Sometimes your life is going to have a different direction. You're going to have to pivot. You're going to have to find ways to make sure that you can succeed in pretty much ways that you never thought possible. And you're going to have to do that by doing things that are unexpected. Like, I wasn't expecting her to take this out and do this and then fucking end. I'm like, what? All right, well, that just happened. That was not the plan. I figured he was going to be the main story. He was going to be the one that we were going to be following, that we were going to be a part of, because I read the Japanese name, which I can't even say it, so I'm not even going to try, because if I did, I would just butcher it and sound like a fucking... yeah. So we'll just leave it at that. But when I read the Japanese name, I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to have this amazing fight. It's going to be a normal Isekai traveling to a different world. But no, we got something completely different. And I think that's what you guys need to take away from this anime is, just because it appears to be one way doesn't mean that that's going to be exactly how it is. We have to understand that things are going to change. They're going to evolve. We're going to have to learn, grow, and communicate in ways that we never thought possible due to the fact that we have to become our strongest and most independent person. We can start out as weak, frail, kind of like she did, where she had no idea what she was doing, but then she found a mentor. When you find a mentor, that's where strength and courage and growth is going to come, because they've already done it. They've already achieved what you are looking to achieve, even if you might not know that that's what you're wanting to achieve up until the point of seeing that you have a mentor. So I think that's what I want you guys to take away from this anime. That'll help you relate to your real life. Find somebody that's doing something that you want to do. Learn from them, because then everybody else around you that sees that they're doing what they are supposed to be doing, they'll be like, oh, you must be Ashuna? You must be her. And it's like, no. I'm Miyuno because I learned from her to be able to become the powerful person that I am right now, so I can defeat and hopefully bring to light a new view that many other people might not have had beforehand, because I believe in my Lord. I believe in the Lord that has been graced me, and he is the one that I want to be able to protect, that I want to see rise to power. When you have a goal, when you have an overarching purpose to your life, it becomes a whole lot easier to make those tough decisions that are required for you to succeed in the ways that you want to succeed.